So for some reason, my Switch dock was being weird. Um, and yeah, the dock was like broken. It wasn't broken. I think it was the cord. I've got a different cord and it's working, but I'm slightly concerned due to hold on, turn this up a little bit more. I'm slightly concerned because they say like you have to use the Switch 2 charger, but like I think it's fine because I'm just using like a cord that came with like my iPhone, right? Because like, and then I'm using a Switch 1 charger for my iPhone currently, so it's just like it's a weird setup, okay? But I was also using the iPhone charger for, actually, I'm gonna go on Amazon right now. I'm gonna order I need to order some USB-C cables because a lot of my cables are USB-C to USB-A, and unfortunately, I'm just gonna order like 2 of them because I don't seem to have enough cables that are USB-A to USB, or sorry, that are USB-C to USB-C. All of my cables are like USB-A to USB-C. So I've been having trouble, like, the PlayStation 5 charger. So I've been having trouble having enough chargers that work with both. Because the brick works, because the charging brick for the Switch 2 is a USB-C only. But like, the reason I'm using a Switch 1 charger for my iPhone is because the USB-A thing is working the way it is. Okay. Regardless, though, well, whatever. So I'm just like, people are like freaking out. Like, I'm just losing it over, people are so upset about the leak situation. So apparently Hoyoverse, this is like completely unrelated to Mario Galaxy. I'm just like talking about it because people are pissed. So apparently Hoyoverse is like suing some leakers, which is very interesting. But people are literally saying like every gacha game should just EOS now. And I'm like, dude, if you can't survive without leaks, get a life, bro. I'm someone who consumes leaks, but like still get a life, bro. That is all I can say. Sorry, I didn't click on that. Okay. The setup is a little jank. I'm trying to make this work here, and it's not working the way I want it to. Because if I move it any further back, it'll fall off the... I can't make it a perfect setup here. It was kind of better when it was Link to the Past because that was a smaller display. It's not full screen. It's not gonna be full screen. I need my lip balm here. It's not like it's just a little bit cut off, so I gotta move it further this direction. The only problem with that is that I can't see. That's the problem. Where the fuck is my lip balm? So it's still not here. I keep putting it in the wrong fucking pocket. Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be good enough for the display. Okay. I kind of wanted to check the roleplay server. I'll check that later. Anyways, hopefully this will work. I'm using Joy-Cons, so hopefully. Okay, pointer's a little jank. It's not too bad. Okay, oh, you can't use a me anymore. That's sad. Well. Oh. I'm just laughing that they've added assist mode to a game that I've played dozens of times. Obviously, regular mode. Trust me though, I'm not like laughing at it existing. I have no issue with it existing. I think accessibility is great. I'm just laughing because. So I assume it is going to be the 3DS version with very minor changes. Alright. We all know the story. Every 100 years, a comet appears in the skies above the Mushroom Kingdom. The comet was so large one year it filled the skies and sent countless shooting stars raining down. The Toads brought the shooting stars to the castle where they became a great power star. And it should have been a very happy time for the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom, but chaos ensued. Yeah. It was the night of the Star Festival, once held every 100 years to celebrate the comet. Now, for those who don't know, this is my favorite game of all time. I am playing on a Switch too, so we're gonna see how good this game looks. Now, this is like a $100 monitor. This is not like a top of the line. This is not like 4K or anything. I do believe the game supports 4K, but the monitor itself is not in 4K. But it still looks really, really nice. This game looks good just in general. I love how this game looks. It's just such a good art style for Mario. So I am going to be going for 100%. So of course with Galaxy 2 we're going to see more notable changes because Galaxy 2 never released on Switch 1. And I'm also really excited to dive back into Galaxy 2 because it's been a long time since I've played that one. The Galaxy 1 I've definitely played more. Well, to be fair, I played both of them for the Mario Marathon, but I didn't 100% them. Although I've actually never 100% of Galaxy 2 because the perfect run scares me, so maybe I'll turn on assist mode for the perfect run. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you can turn it on mid-game. Okay, Bowser's here. Oh no. Princess Peach, you are formally invited. With some useless guards here. It's crazy. I've played this game dozens of times. I have never noticed that the Toads had star capes on. I've literally never noticed that. Dude, just that shot of her eye and then the reflection. Oh my god, it's so good. Just incredible. It's like the upgrade from Sunshine to Galaxy in terms of like cutscene quality is crazy. Even though the GameCube was kind of, or the Wii was just kind of a slightly better GameCube in terms of power-wise, the presentation in this game is insane. The presentation in this game was crazy. Alright. Those things look like nipples. I'm not trying to be crass, it's just what they look like. Dude, and the water texture looks so good. Like, obviously you can tell it's a Wii game, but still. Again, the lighting engine in this game, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, the Toads are cowards. This is just like such a high stakes opening and I love it. I can't wait to play the game though. Actually, no, they still haven't added skippable cutscenes. That's kind of a shame. Like, as I will watch the cutscenes regardless because this is my favorite game of all time, but that is something that, like, 3D World on Switch added skippable cutscenes. That would have been really nice, especially for Galaxy 2. And maybe the boss cutscene stuff is skippable, I don't know yet. But that is something that they really should have added. I understand why you wouldn't want the intro to be skippable, but even Odyssey has, like, a skippable intro. I'm surprised they didn't add that. Yeah, the Toads are so scared. And the music is so good, too. Obviously, we're not going to hear it in high quality because this is, like, crappy monitor sound quality. But it is really good OST. And obviously, I love listening to the OST. I believe it's on Nintendo Music. And it's also on YouTube, obviously. I think Galaxy 1 is on Nintendo. I don't know if they added Galaxy 2. I don't remember. I think they did. I don't remember though. I'd have to check. But anyway, amazing soundtrack. Definitely recommend. Of course, it's on YouTube as well, I said. Really cool collector item one day I'd like to get is that physical soundtrack CD that they made that was very limited run. I love the bunnies in this game. They're so cute. Okay, here we go. Finally, you're awake. Let's play. Yes, we shall play. So good. I just love making as many Starbits as possible because for 100% we actually need a fair amount of them, I think. I don't actually know how many, but I'll be getting a lot. I also haven't done 100% with Luigi in a long time, so that's going to be interesting. I'm going for like full 100%. I'm going for Luigi %. I'm going for everything. I'm completing everything this game has to offer. The reason I'm playing with dual Joy-Cons is because I find it more comfortable because I find it more comfortable with the pointer controls. I just find it easier to use the pointer with Joy-Cons. The second reason is because while I know they map spinning to a button and it's very nice that spinning has been mapped to a button, I still instinctively tend to shake the remote to spin. So, and also this allows for like nunchuck spins as well, which I believe you can't do nunchuck spins with the this is the last one. You can't do nunchuck spins with the pointer or with the Pro Controller, so that's the other reason. This is like probably the only game I generally prefer using Joy-Cons in. And the Joy-Con 2s are definitely more comfortable than the Joy-Con ones. They're definitely larger and more comfortable, so that's nice as well. Although I kind of wish I had the grips, so I don't even think I brought the Joy-Con grips. Because the sides of them feel a little weird to hold, but... I mean, I have, like, the standard grip, but the individual grips, I don't think I have with me. Because I never use them. But it would be kind of nice. I'm going to see if I have it real quick. I probably don't, but just if I have it, it would be in my drawer here. I'm going to check. Oh, in order to open this drawer, just confess up. I don't think I have any Joy-Con grips with me. I only have the single grip. I don't think I have the double grips. That's a shame. But this should be fine though. Alright. And of course we have Emo Rosalina. Yeah, it's just that like holding the inside of the Joy-Cons feel a little weird to hold, but that's the only thing. We'll see how it goes. If I play this for many, many hours and want to switch to a Pro Controller, I will. But I think for now I'm good with this. Because I wouldn't have brought my dual Joy-Con grips with me, because why would I do that? Yeah, because they mount it to a Y button, which is like right here, which is very nice to have, but just the shaking becomes instinctual, you know. But I probably will be using Y spins a lot. If I remember which button is Y, which I am probably not going to remember. So I keep pressing B instead of Y. It looks like B and A are the same. B and A both jump, so the way it's mapped on this, obviously, it's probably different on the Wii. Sure, I'll grab the one up. You've earned one additional Mario. I just thought that text was really funny. It's like one additional Mario. Just the way it's phrased is like, yeah, because I like being able to do nunchuck spins. Being able to like spin with my left hand is nice. Being able to give my right hand a rest as well. You know, it's just nice. I think it's the big Goomba that has the key. Yeah. I can't believe they added baby mode to Galaxy. I always feel like this game is easy, but that's kind of just because I've played it so many times as well. Transform! Alright. Wii. New Super Mario Brothers Wii. Someday we'll have to play that game when I'm home and I have my Wii with me. I doubt I played it for the marathon, but I think like 100%. I think someday I'll have to 100% New Super Mario Brothers Wii. Really fun game. Like 100% New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe as well. I have that one on Switch. I can jump here. Hurry, down here. I'd like to 100% Sunshine sometime, but Sunshine is like really annoying. So maybe I'll wait till it's on GameCube and I'll use save states. I don't know, or GameCube Online. I mean, NSO. Because they're definitely gonna add it to NSO, right? For sure. I'm surprised they haven't added it to NSO yet, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, let's say the gravity can be a little disorienting. And my dad tried to play this game, and he said it made him dizzy, so... Which I can understand. The Galaxy 2 definitely has... Ooh, Galaxy 2 definitely has less of that than 1. I didn't avoid the Luma text. I know there's a way to avoid it, but I don't know the exact trigger. I don't know where the text trigger is. Here we go. Grand Star! Yay! Ba-da-bam. I love the Grand Star jingle. Dude, the text looks different, and I don't like it. I know it's like such a minor thing to care about, but yeah. Such a good soundtrack, as I was saying. I really like it. Still would be nice if the cutscenes were skippable, though. Just because I've played the game so many times. I still don't know what a Class 6 star is after all these years. And this game has slow text as well, which is really annoying. It's like OOT slow text. It's not as bad as OOT slow text. Because, for one, I think it's faster than OOT slow text, and for two, the cutscenes aren't generally as long. But... yeah, I can't skip any of the tutorial text. Oh my god, this is my favorite game of all time, and it isn't perfect. Oh my god. Okay. And there's extra text too, because it's like, if you're playing in handheld mode, just drag the screen. It's like, I can't imagine playing this game in handheld mode. That would be pretty miserable, I think. Yeah, the UI does look really clean. Yeah, once we get into the game flow of it, once we clear the first area and get through all the tutorial text, it's gonna be really fun. The fanfare as well. Just all the music cues are really well done. It's just the cinematics of this game are so good. You just fly into space, and we land, and then the music. Like, this is definitely slower, a lot slower paced than a game like Odyssey, and I think that's okay. Dude, I know this sounds weird to be like, oh, the textures look so good now, but it just does. I don't know, it just looks really, really nice. Obviously, they're still like low resolution textures, but it definitely does look better. I never liked this planet. Hey, where's the last? It's right over here. Really nice, really cool that they got like a big orchestra for some of these songs as well, which is like really cool. Really like, yeah, let's really make this game feel cinematic. Which is something I respect a lot. Oh, let's go in here, just for the heck of it. Why not, right? Little known area. There's a lot of really cool like electronic music in this as well, like the it feels very foreign, and that's cool. Just a little secret area in this stage that I actually didn't know about for a while. Finally nice to be playing something I'm very familiar with again after playing like Link to the Past, which was a brand new experience for me. Let's go in here. And we'll take the other path next time. We'll take the main path next time because we do have to replay this level for the comet. And here is Dino Piranha. First boss. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. We have beat boss music as well. Never liked big plants, but this boss is okay. He's not too gross. It's more tentacles I don't like, so I don't like vines because I also don't like tentacles, so I associate the two in my head. Like the way they move and stuff. I mean, vines don't really move in real life, but like magical vines, you know what I mean? I don't like those. Actually, I'll tell a little story real briefly. So when I was a kid, I was like 4 or 5 years old, and they had an old Mickey Mouse special from like way back. And it was Mickey and the Beanstalk. It's a retelling of Jack and the Beanstalk, and they have a big beanstalk, and it grows up, and it like breaks the house, and breaks the house apart. And for some reason, that really freaked me out as a kid. And there was a So I actually had a lima bean plant that I was growing in like a pot in my room, and I had a babysitter come over, and the babysitter was like, "You should get a stake for that. It's gonna grow all over." And for some reason, the combination of like the magical bean in Mickey and the Beanstalk, and the combination of that with the idea of the plant growing all over, somehow I got this idea that like the plant would just like keep tendriling and would like strangle me in my sleep. It would grow at a magical rate and strangle me in my sleep. I don't know why I had that phobia, but I did. And I became so scared of the plant that I could no longer have the plant in my room, and eventually no longer have the plant in my house. We had to rehome the lima bean plant because I was scared of it, which is such a weird phobia. Obviously, I'm not like scared of those like plants anymore, but they do kind of give me the heebie-jeebies, like just kind of like yucky plants. Not a fan of those type of plants, but obviously I know they're not gonna strangle me in my sleep. I'm not that, you know. Alright, let's go here. I had a lot of like weird phobias as a kid. I still have some phobias. Oh, it's actually some phobias as I got older. Like, I'm scared of heights now. I don't think I was scared of heights as a kid. But I'm scared of, like, moving heights more than stationary heights. Like, oh, if I'm at the top of a tall building and I'm, like, stationary, it's generally fine. But something like, I've never flown in an airplane, and the idea of flying in an airplane scares the shit out of me. But also, stuff like Ferris wheels and stuff make me really uneasy when they're moving. And then when they stop, I feel better. Even if I'm, like, up high. When the Ferris wheel is stopped, it feels less scary. For some reason, the movement is what makes it scary for me. I don't know why. And then I have, like, probably mildish megalophobia. I have pretty severe astrophobia. Astrophobia is fear of thunder and lightning. Astrophobia is fear of outer space, which I don't have because if I was in outer space, I'd probably be scared, but I'm not, so. And then thalassophobia is like fear of deep water. Definitely don't like the ocean necessarily. I'm not scared to like go in the ocean, but the like deep water stuff. Like if you just look up like thalassophobia images, that's what I'm talking about. Don't like it. And it can kind of coincide with megalophobia because there's a lot of like big scary creatures in the water and fake big scary creatures in the water. So definitely. But for me, my megalophobia is definitely like it's something that feels unnaturally large. Usually large man-made things for me, more than just like nature. Like, oh, driving by a quarry, that's kind of unsettling. I'd say it's like a phobia, like, it's not going to send me, like, into a panic attack, but it is unsettling. I find it unsettling. And, like, large enclosed spaces, like, it's weird because you think, oh, small enclosed spaces are freaky. Like, yeah, that too. Like, I'm not going to say I'm not claustrophobic, but, like, a small enclosed space would freak me out. But, like, I think large enclosed spaces are freaky. Like, large open spaces, like, if I'm just out in the field, whatever, that's not freaky to me. But it's, like, if it's enclosed in some way, like, oh, if there's, like, mountains on all sides, or if you're, like, in a huge building, like, I mean, I don't know, stadium's not necessarily scary because it's, like, oh, you know, it's serving its purpose, but it's more like if it's empty. Like, that's why, like, things like abandoned malls freak me out. I have, like, dreams about those. Things like just really big rooms, if you're just in, like, a really big room, like, I don't know, cathedrals, like, really, really high ceilings freak me out. I don't know. It's like a weird thing. But, like, I said astrophobia. I also have, lalapsophobia, which is fear of tornadoes. I have recurring nightmares about tornadoes. I actually had one yesterday, or today, so it was, like, this morning, yeah. Because I was asleep. I slept for, like, 6 a.m., I think. That's, like, one of my bigger fears, but, like, luckily, I don't really get that many tornadoes in New York, so... Although I am actually really scared of one happening in the spring, because the last time I had a tornado warning was in, like, April, and I was home at the time, and when I'm home, I'm in a basement, so I feel good about it. But I don't feel good about it here because I'm on the 3rd floor, and I don't think these buildings have basements, so I'm kind of not sure where I would even go. I mean, obviously, like, I'd go to the 1st floor. I mean, I would, like, go to the 1st floor stairwell, I guess, or, like, a hallway. But that would still scare the fuck out of me. Like, I honestly don't know where I would go in this. Obviously, if it happened, like, while I was in class, I would go into the tunnels on campus. Although I don't even know if I should go into the tunnels because I feel like there's, like, hazardous materials in there. Because it's, like, a utility tunnel. Which, like, it's not hazardous if you don't touch it, but I'd be worried, like, if a tornado happened, it would, like, blow up something. You know what I mean? But I could just go into, like, the basement of one of the buildings, because all the buildings have basements, to my knowledge. Just go into, like, the lecture centers. Go into one of the big lecture centers with no no windows. There's, like, so many places I could go, but if I'm in my apartment, which is, like, on a different part of campus, that's scary. I mean, like, if I had a car, I'm like, okay, there's a tornado warning. I have X many minutes. If I had a car, I'd just drive to like, other part of campus. But I don't have a car, so it's a little freaky. And I'm not walking there. I'm sure as heck not walking there in this storm. So I really hope that doesn't happen. I don't know if there's ever been tornado warnings on this campus, but because I had them in when I was at home, I've had two tornado warnings when I was at home, and I just was like in my inner bathroom in the basement, which I felt was extremely safe because like it's only the most severe tornadoes that tend to be able to destroy basements or like destroy, and generally most tornadoes, especially like in New York, we don't get like EF4, EF5 tornadoes in New York. So like I'm not too worried about it. Like yeah, I wouldn't want to be fucking outside. And I mean, yeah, if it's like I'd probably be okay if I just like went downstairs and was in the hallway downstairs in my apartment, but I still don't like the thought of it, So it's like as spring comes, that's a little worrying. I mean, thunderstorms, I don't like thunderstorms either, and I don't like being on the upper floor either, because then I'm like, well, what if there's like lightning or something and it strikes me? I don't like that either. But at least I'm like inside, so like I shouldn't die from a lightning strike, right? Most likely. Whereas like with a tornado, you're not safe if you're inside necessarily. I mean, you'd rather be inside than outside, obviously. When I say I'd like go downstairs, because like tornadoes will fuck up the like higher floors of the building first usually. So I definitely want to be downstairs if one happens. I don't even have like closets here. I guess I'd go in the bathroom if I was in an apartment, but the problem is that my apartment is on the 3rd floor, so I couldn't really go in the bathroom. I don't know. I'd have to go into like someone else's apartment on the 1st floor, and that would be kind of freaky. I don't want to just like go into someone else's apartment, you know what I mean? Although if it was dangerous, they would probably be understanding and let me stay in their back room. But my point is, I hope there are no tornadoes in Albany. But yeah, Nunchuck spends for the win. That lava looks so tasty. I want to eat it. It looks like tomato soup. I want to eat some tomato soup. I had tomato soup yesterday. It was pretty good. It was weird because I got it from a chicken place. It was a fried chicken place. It's pretty good. I had like a chicken sandwich, which is pretty good too. Only bad part was that it had cheese on it, but I just took the cheese off. I don't like cheese. I like some cheese, but it depends on the cheese. I don't like American cheese. Because it was American cheese, so I don't really like American cheese at all. It's kind of gross. I wonder if they probably didn't patch slip jumps if this is just a 3D All-Stars version with like the added storybook stuff and the assist mode, because the 3D All-Stars version did not patch slip jumps. Like if they didn't add cutscene skips, I kind of doubt they patched slip jumps. Although I won't test it out here, I'll probably test it out on the next mission. Just bonk the bee on the head for good luck. I didn't need to get the bee shrimp here either. I'm just gonna like long jump over here. Skip getting the mushroom. We do have to get it later though. In order to, you can beat the level without it, but there's like a very precise glitch you can do to like get on the, if you use slope jumping very precisely. I might want it here. I don't think I need it here though. Yeah, I definitely don't. I'm thinking of like the slope jumping on what do you call it? There's slope jumping in there's like the tree glitch. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the tree glitch you can do, but it's really, really hard. I don't know how to do it. Also, there's like some really weird like physics exploit with that lily pad, if I remember correctly, where you can like get it really high up. Like over time. I think Sunshine actually has similar lily pad momentum glitches. I don't know what it is with lily pads. But like lily pads in all these games just feel incredibly broken for some reason. Aw, dang it. I was trying to be fast. And here's the part where we, well, first we gotta climb this wall. But then we get the part where we get to, alleviate the bee's itchiness. This weirdly sensual bee that we get to, E-rated game, by the way. And we get to, pollinate, if you catch my drift. And like I always thought like how detailed the like fur texture is for the Wii as well. Like they were really flexing their fur texture, their bee fur texture model. Like why is that something they want to focus on? And why did they bring it back for the sequel? Because they actually brought it back for the sequel, which is even funnier. Like, what? And then this character, that Queen Bee, she's like in. Yeah, there's a glitch where you can like get on top of that first tree and get over here. And it's really hard. There's a the Queen Bee character. They put her in Mario Kart 7, which is really weird. Like, why that character out of all like Galaxy characters they could have put in? I mean, I think they put in like Rosalina, but. They could have put in like I don't know Captain Toad or something. They could have put in anybody else. Put in the like Star Bunny. I don't know. Just why the bee? And I think they like also cut some characters out of the roster like Waluigi. Like they cut Waluigi, but they put the bee in. It's very weird. I don't think I need to talk to him yet. I think the only time I need to go over there is to like talk to Luigi, so he'll give you letters. But that's not till later. That's not until we rescue Luigi. We have to actually rescue Luigi first, which is kind of important that we do that. Definitely have to go rescue Luigi a little bit later on. So here I'm going to test slope jumping and see if it still works, or slope spinning. Because I do not know. Bam, bam, ba-dam, bam, 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 bam. Okay, no, they did not patch it. And the dirt texture looks even nicer than before. So you're supposed to like get a vine on the other side of the level and come over here, but you can just kind of do that. So for like not like super steep slopes, for like pretty like shallow is not the word, but whatever the opposite of steep is. For the slopes that aren't too steep, you can just kind of like spin up them. And then for some of the steeper slopes, there's like more trickier slope jumps you can do, like with backflips and stuff. I'm not good enough to do those necessarily, but the slope spins are very easy. Yeah, the camera's not great. It would be cool if they actually remade this game with like full camera control like they did with Skyward Sword HD, but like, I get why. I mean, it doesn't really need it. Yeah, these textures just look so clean. Yeah, they use just like a resolution bump, but it does look really good. As I said, I'm not playing it in 4K because this monitor does not support 4K. So here, I know you can like get a really precise landing and like make it all the way to the top. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh my god, I actually got so close. Oh my god. That's like the closest I've ever made it. So that's like a really cool momentum trick you can do. To just like fall down to the top of the tower instead of you're supposed to do this whole like platforming section. You're supposed to climb up, make the windmill like the wheel, make the wheel go and like climb on it. But you can just do that. So that's just a really cool trick you can do. I know like a lot of like skips and stuff in this game. I don't know like the really hard ones, but I know like a lot of the easier, just kind of momentum glitches and stuff. Really fun. Or not even really glitches, just momentum exploits more so. Obviously, the difference between like an exploit and a glitch is like an exploit is just like you're exploiting an intended mechanic. For example, damage boosting. You know, taking having invincibility frames after damage is an intended mechanic. Exploiting that to get across large areas is an exploit. But then something like a backwards long jump in Mario 64, having accelerated speed, long jumping backwards is not an intended mechanic. So like that's the difference I would say between an exploit and a glitch. That's just like my opinion though. I know everyone's gonna have like a different idea of it, but so yeah, I would say it's more of exploiting the gravity mechanics. So here we see her again, and she's gonna tell us to go fight the bad bug, big bad bug. Sometimes Wii remote spins just don't work. Obviously, I'm not using the Wii remote or using Joy-Cons, but like I'm saying Wii remote and nunchuck spins to differentiate them. And I love how the music is just like faster. I love the design of this boss as well. He just looks so unhinged and so goofy at the same time, like those crazy eyes. But I guess if you don't like bugs, then you wouldn't like it. I don't really care for bugs, but I don't dislike them. I like ladybugs. When I was a kid, I used to really like ladybugs. I had this costume. It was a little tutu. It was like a little tutu, a little red tutu, and then it had like a it wasn't a tutu, it was just like a skirt. Yeah, it was like a tutu skirt, and then it had like a headband with antennae, and you have wings you could wear, and it was so fucking cute. This little ladybug costume. I wore that like multiple Halloweens when I was a kid. I don't have any pictures of it, unfortunately, right now. On hand. I have to see if there's a picture of it somewhere. I remember one year I wore like butterfly wings, but I remember like we didn't have like any Halloween plans because I know we had like a church event we would do, but I don't know if it didn't happen that year or if I just went like a different day before. But it was like another day, it was like on Halloween. We just had to like go out shopping and stuff. We had to like I remember going to like Staples, which is so random, like the office supply store. And then I remember going to like Taco Bell, I think. I think I went to like Taco Bell, and I was wearing like butterfly wings the whole day. It was so funny. Yeah, I had some cool costumes as a kid. I had like Marie Cassatt, like the painter. I had like a beret and a little paint palette. I dressed up as Pac-Man one year, but it was a really weird costume. It was like just a bunch of yellow. I just kind of wore a bunch of yellow. And then I dressed up as like so this is a really funny thing. So there was a bridge. There was a local bridge that they were doing construction on. And I dressed up, and everyone was complaining about the bridge being closed for construction. And I did like this. I dressed up as the bridge, and I wore like a a sign on my shirt, which was like the detour sign. And then on my which is made out of like paper. It was made out of paper, but the problem with it, oh my god, I can't believe I actually died in Flip Switch Galaxy. The problem with it was that it melted in the rain, but I had the little like parts of the bridge, like little arches I had on my shoulders, and then I had like just a sign saying it was like closed for construction. Trying to think of like what other funny costumes I had. Not really funny, but I know I dressed up as Princess Leia one year. But I had a Link cosplay once from it was like a kind of like TP/OT Link. I say TP/OT Link. I think it was more OT Link I was going for, but TP Link has brown hair and I have brown hair, so like, yeah. That scared me. I thought I was gonna die again. Yeah, TP Link has brown hair, but yeah. And then I dressed up as I said I did Leia one year. My mom actually did my hair for it. And then I one time I dressed up as I did a couple closet cosplays. This is not Halloween related. I just did them. But I did one of Padme once. in like the outfit where she's wearing like the white pants and the like white shirt, and it becomes like a crop top because it gets like ripped off. So I wore like a white crop top and like white pants. And then there's another one I did, which was Hela from Thor Ragnarok. That one was really fun. I did like the I just did like a kind of, yeah, I did like the makeup and stuff for it. It was really fun. That was like the only like costumes I've done. I don't think I've done anything recently. Like, oh, I didn't dress up at all for like the last couple of years. Or I think in one of the years I just put cat ears on. Me and my aunt just like, yeah, me and my aunt just like gave out candy. We had cat ears on. It was really cute. Are you a surfer too? Sure. Unskippable tutorials. Hello? Controller? But I am facing it up. It's not recognizing my controller. Fuck, I just dropped it. I don't know why it's not, oh, okay. I was thinking how to hold it upright. I was mixing it up with the ball rolling. I was mixing it up with the ball rolling, yeah. Such a catchy little song, too. No! Oh my god, I'm so bad. At least it doesn't make me play the tutorial again. Again, it's kind of like Skyward Sword HD. It would have been cool if they like added an option for stick controls for this. Oh, that might make it too easy. Honestly, I do think the motion controls feel pretty good in this. Like with the Joy-Con, it feels pretty precise. Dude, I think this would suck in handheld mode. I don't like this curve. This curve is making me uncomfortable. Yeah, I think it would suck in handheld mode though. I love how they tell me I deserve a gold medal, but there's no one else in second or third place. There's no race. Speaking of gold medal, I have to actually check and see who won. But I was watching the men's figure skating because I was at this like chicken place, same chicken place as yesterday, but I was there with a guy from Gaming Club. But we were just like, no, I wasn't even eating chicken. I brought pizza from elsewhere, but we were just watching it because it was on.
forgot how all the skaters are such twinks. I love it. And I do love like graceful feminine men because Taemin is actually maybe watching figure skating as a kid primed me for being obsessed with Lee Taemin. That could be possible because he's like a dancer with a very feminine. I mean, he's a singer, dancer, very feminine persona, right? His music is good too. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the skip here. So this isn't really faster necessarily, but it is interesting. So essentially, you're supposed to guide a bullet bill to break open that thing. But I'm going to try. You have to get the triple jump at the very top of that. It's worth it though, trust me. I never remember where to jump exactly. Ah, dang, I lost my jump. I didn't get it. There it is. Okay, so you're supposed to land in a certain trigger because if you take the launch star, you land in a certain spot and that will trigger the cutscene. But if you don't take the launch star, you don't trigger the cutscene. So you can just kind of like walk around while Mega Leg is inactive, which is really weird. And the gravity is like super broken. And the camera is also super broken. So it's just like really cool that you can do this. I think it is slightly faster for speedrunning because like you can skip the bullet bill thing, but overall, yeah, the gravity is like really wacky. Now I have to actually find the cutscene trigger because there is a cutscene trigger. Is it here? No. It's on the other side, I think. Yeah, the camera really does not like you being here. I think this is the cutscene trigger. Yep. Okay, so normally you would just land in that trigger if you land there as but we did not land in the trigger, so that's why I was able to like run around. Of course, now we have to fight the boss. Who is like too big for this damn planet. Little it's like the way the camera pans too. But we can kick his butt, so it's fine. Oh god. Don't want to get crushed though. And when you step on it, he'll like start attacking. But the like friggin' epic music as well. So something interesting about this game. I also think like the Twilight Princess, I'm like, obviously they could have made that game, they could have orchestrated that OST. I believe there was some like Twilight Princess trailer music that was orchestrated, and I'm like, it's a shame they didn't. Because that soundtrack is really good, but I think it would have sounded better if they orchestrated it. And like Skyward Sword, they actually orchestrated. But I think some of the songs here, it's like they didn't orchestrate all of the music for this game, obviously, because like you got like the Beach Bowl music was like the Wii MIDI. But some of them they're using like samples, right? They're using like string samples and stuff. So they probably, my guess is that they composed it with MIDI and with string samples, and then when they went into to like fully orchestrate some of the tracks, but they didn't do it for every track, right? So like, so you can still hear like the string samples. And I think that's one of the songs which has like string samples on it. So, but what's funny is that 3D Land uses a couple of songs from Galaxy, but it uses these versions of the songs which are like not orchestrated. It's just like the MIDI and the samples. So like it uses one of them is like the Ghostly Galaxy theme is used in 3D Land, and then the other one I believe is the airship theme, which is interesting because it's a remake. You know, it's a version of the airship theme from Super Mario Bros. 3, obviously, but this version in this game is fully orchestrated. But the version in 3D Land is weird because it's the exact same arrangement, but it's not orchestrated. So what I think, so my speculation, is it 300 or 400? He does need 400. Okay, I don't have 400 yet. So I believe my speculation is that they composed it with MIDI. They composed it in MIDI, and they used some string samples and all that, and then they went back in and orchestrated it. But then they used the like beta version for 3D Land, which is really funny. That's my speculation. I don't know for sure if that's what happened, but just based on the fact that it's the exact same arrangement, it's just not orchestrated. It's kind of like how, like, the new Super Mario Bros. Wii arrangement is different. It's a different arrangement. That one's not orchestrated either, obviously. That game is all MIDI, but because that game definitely had less of a budget than like Super Mario. Even like Mario Bros. Wonder, I don't think had the kind of budget. For the big 3D games, tend to have more of a budget. Oh, this song's really cool. It's just like this like piano and kind of spacey like vibe to it. It's very like peaceful. So something I really like about this game in particular, even compared to like Galaxy 2, Galaxy 1 has this like very like serene but kind of like melancholic vibe to it. It's like space is big and scary, but also like comforting in a way. I don't know how to explain it. There's just something very like peaceful, but also kind of like awe-inspiring about it. And this level is just like a bunch of like floating rocks and stuff. Really is the essence of space in one level. And here's Olimar's ship from Pikmin. I didn't actually know that. I've never played Pikmin, but I've heard from other people that that's what it is, so I will believe it. Cool little Easter egg. I don't know if I'd like Pikmin or not. Like, I don't know about the gameplay. It's interesting. It looks interesting, but I don't know if I would enjoy it. Let me, again, doing this in Hando would be interesting. I feel like these guys love to jump. And then here we have to rescue all these toads. There's a lot of toads here. I bet there's a little bit of delay on the Y press spin. Y spinning feels so weird to me. Because clearly the game was designed with motion controls in mind. And in this part, one of the interesting underground themes. Because this arrangement of the underground theme was actually used in several games, but with some slightly different instrumentation. Used in like 3D Land, 3D World, and in Odyssey. But again, with slightly different instrumentation. I think like 3D Land just has like a slightly different arrangement. It doesn't. 3D Land gets rid of the like synth, that like shimmery kind of synth, the galaxy synth, and then 3D World kind of adds some like horns and stuff, and then like Odyssey adds like a trap beat, which is really funny. But yeah, that is like. But it is all like kind of based on the same arrangement. But I do still think I prefer the 2D, the like new Super Mario Bros. Arrangement. Really like that. Anyways, but there's been so many arrangements of it. I did make that little like compilation of the underground game. There's been so many arrangements of it. I kind of wanted to show all of them off, just in the mainline games, because there's even more in the spin-offs. I could have done the Mario Kart stuff. I could have like Piranha Plant slide level in Mario Kart has it features that. Like, man, I would vibe with a bathroom like this. It's so pretty. Alright, go back here. I could go to that other Starbit level, but I'll go there in a little while. I believe we unlock comets very shortly coming up here. This is like our second or third, I guess third big boss. That's not like a world end boss. We got like the other one. We got like the Bugaboom, and there's not every stage has a boss. This one actually has two bosses because there's this boss and then there's another boss in the next mission. So it's not really consistent to what stages have bosses. I guess actually I forgot about Dino Piranha as well. That's another one. So those are like fourth boss. Because camera. Because I'm trying to remember the name of that boss that or I was saying how we have both Dino Piranha and King Caliente and I'll rescue these toads. I'm feeling generous today. Both Dino Piranha and King Caliente in oh I need to grab a shell, I think, yeah. Here we go. Both Dino Piranha and King Caliente in the first one. Yeah, I really like this skybox. This like purple like swirling supernova down there. It's really pretty. This is a cool little secret area right here. Well, I was gonna show it off. Yeah, you just slide down here, and then there's like a shit ton of starbits you can get. They're very, very nice. I'd say it's definitely worth it coming down there. There's a lot of starbits. There's probably like 50 in that one room alone. I think the hitboxes on the shells are pretty generous. The Koopas are so cute in this game. I don't want to hit them, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. Also, interestingly to note, the Koopas are on all fours in this game. In a lot of games, Koopas tend to walk on two. They tend to walk like you know, upright. So there's an interesting little thing to notice. I love how she has the star in her wand. You just dodge the fire and then spin the shell as soon as possible. And you just whack her in the face. I don't know. I don't think we should be bullying women like this. You can spin it like while it's still forming, but sometimes you can also miss. And there are coins we can collect if we lose health. Because those little spots on the ship there will give coins. Also, the Magic Koopas will give coins, as well as the that box over there has coins in it. Well, we don't have to kill the small Magic Koopas, but it is helpful to do so. But they do respawn after a little while, I believe. So, oh dear. Okay, his coin right here. There we go. And we'll grab this shell, and that should be good on the boss fight. The bosses in this game are pretty easy overall, but they're fun. It's nice to just smack them around sometimes. All right, now we're gonna go to. I think we get to do our comet coming up here. I think this is when we unlock them. Excuse me. Or not. Maybe not yet. Maybe it's one more level. Let's do next level. So I'm gonna go ahead and so for this one, there's actually a secret level and a main level. I think I'll do the secret level first. So the secret level takes place on that planet right there. So we have to get, I think, 50 star bits. I really shouldn't know all of this, but it is my favorite game, so I do kind of know a lot of them. No more airship attack. The airship is gone. We're back to the serene level. I could have sworn comets appeared after 12 stars, but I'm trying to spin into these guys, and it is just not working very well. I'm spending them rather than jumping on them because jumping on them gives coins, but spending them gives star bits. So I'm trying to spend on them. But unfortunately, I did take 2 hits, so I gotta be careful. And now we can move on. Oh, there's 2 coins right here. Although I'm going to miss all of them. That is what's going to happen. To miss all of the coins. So, unfortunately, it is impossible to get 50 star bit. Oh, what the heck? I don't know what that was about. Oh, I did grab the coin, okay. So, it is impossible to actually get 50 star bits before landing on this planet. It is impossible to get 50 star bits on the outside of the planet. So we do have to go on the inside, which is kind of annoying. Because it would be really cool if you could just like talk to him and get the 50 star bits, but you do have to go into the planet here. I think you are a Goomba, and I did not get star bits from you. I got coins from you because I didn't want to get hit. And yeah, spending enemies can be quite finicky. Don't want to go in there because that will take us to the next planet. I just got a 1-up, so that does indicate that I got that you get a 1-up with 50 star bits in 1 level. If you get 50 star bits in 1 level, you get a 1-up. So now I'm just gonna leave here, and we talk to the Luma, who was over here, I think. Where was he? He's over here. I guess bold of me to assume the Luma's gender. I don't actually know the gender of the Lumas. And I think Comet Luma, or I think like Mario's little Luma is referred to with he, him, but otherwise I don't think the Lumas have gender to my knowledge, or they don't have canonical gender. New planet was born, so now we just have this giant Yoshi head that made out of wood. And I love how he's like breathing fire. It's really cool to get combos here. I don't know how many combos you can actually chain, but you don't actually get coins for jumping on these guys because that would make it too easy, I think, because then you would there would be no danger if you could just get coins. So you gotta be a little bit careful. And you can spend them, but they do not drop star bits either. But also they almost got screwed up by the fire. I believe there are 30 Goombas in total. I'm not 100% on that. Okay, well we got all of them. It's either like 20 or 30. And now we can grab the star. Nice. See, that planet over there is where we're going to go to fight the next boss. But I think if this doesn't unlock comments, I'll be surprised. Yes, it does, because we are cutscening down here. Whenever you go back to Rosalina, that means she has something to say to you. This is when comments unlock, I do believe. So now we have to play... Yep, here we go. So now we can go ahead and go into this level to play the Comet for Good Egg, which is just a speedrun Comet. So we just have to play the level again, but with no checkpoints and under a time limit. The time limit is quite generous if you know what you're doing, which I do, but I guess the bigger danger is no checkpoints, but once again, it's not like I'm gonna die. Say that and then fucking jinx it. Also, there is different music and the screen has a red hue to it. And this is a really good song as well. I like this song a lot. It's really frantic. This is another one that I think they definitely could have orchestrated. But they probably didn't get around to it. I'll see if I can skip this one actually. Yeah, there we go. It sounds like samples to me. Because those strings sound fake. I don't know. Or not fake, but sampled rather than played live. I kind of miss when games used to use all these like cool sample CDs for stuff. That was cool. You got some really cool samples. Somebody did like a video on like sample CDs that were used in like Majora's Mask and like Twilight Princess. It was really cool. What I was saying about Twilight Princess too is they really should have used live orchestra on that game as well though. It's such a good OST. Obviously not for like every song, he doesn't need it, but. And now we're gonna take the main path. I took the secret path before. Whenever I have an option to like take an alternate route through multiple trips through a level, I will be doing that. Yeah, I guess this is the only area where it's a little bit dangerous because you can die if the chain chomp knocks you into your pit. You can also just kind of avoid it. You just go over here. Getting hit is not really a problem. Like those strange sound samples are like, I don't know, they don't sound like to me. Oh no! Why did I say that thing earlier when I was like, well, it's not like I'm gonna die. Why did I fucking say that, dude? Oh my god. That was like a really weird way to die too. Like I've never died in that way before. Excuse me. No, I didn't want to talk to him. I was trying to skip it. Not because I'm tight on time, but just because it's faster. I mean, Galaxy 2 definitely handled the comments better than 1 did. I think the reason Galaxy 1 is my favorite game is more to do with like the atmosphere, the general like pacing and feel of the game, and then also like the what's the other thing I really like about Galaxy is just like the it's like the atmosphere, but also like the cinematics, the scale, the atmosphere of the game, and I also just like these kind of larger levels that Galaxy has, whereas Galaxy 2 has a lot of like really small levels. Galaxy 2 feels more arcadey with its levels, which is fun. I like that, and I like it even more in a 3D World. 3D World's a really great game, but I feel like 3D World kind of perfected what Galaxy 2 was going for a little bit with the arcadier feel. Like 3D Land and 3D World, but I don't know, 3D World is like on a larger scale because 3D World's like, the console version. Like 3D Land is fun though. I like 3D Land. The controls just feel kind of weird in that one, comparatively. I'm just gonna wait for this guy because I do not want to get fucked over by the gravity again. Yeah, I was like trying to go around that way, and then I was trying to like jump around. I don't know how I fucking died there. It's so dumb. Such a dumb way to die. I could have definitely gone faster on that section, but I really need to be careful. Okay, here we are. This is the only downside of killing the boss so quickly is we don't get to listen to the song. Yeah, there's another one where I feel like they're using sample strings here in MIDI. Oh my god, I died. But I just think like the presence of the like version of the like arrangements in 3D Land, which are like galaxy arrangements but not orchestrated, leads me to believe that they composed everything with MIDI and sampled strings, and then they went back and orchestrated some of the tracks, but they didn't do it for every track due to either time or budget constraints, most likely. And I mean, some of the tracks are intentionally kept, electronic. Some of the tracks were never meant to be orchestrated, but there's definitely some that like probably could have benefited from it. Anyways, I'm done here. Actually, I need to go do the Luma level, which is right here. This guy or gal, I don't know, or non-binary pal. My non-binary Luma pal right here. All right, Luma pal. They're so like, I just love the like animation where they get stuffed and like transform. So satisfying. And now you live your existence as a galaxy. Isn't that interesting? Rocky Road. Rocky Road is a really fun level as well. This is like all ice cream themed, which is something I really like. I love ice cream. Who doesn't? I say who doesn't. I know people who don't like love ice cream, which is crazy. Like my aunt hardly ever eats ice cream. I'm like, how do you not like ice cream? Anyways, she doesn't like dislike it. She just doesn't eat it often. Although I have some ice cream I need to finish. I have some chocolate ice cream with it. I didn't get any more, but I'm gonna have to order more pasta another day. So maybe I'll get some more ice cream. Oh, actually, funny story about like I had like a situation today with an Instacart driver. Yeah, this part's kind of tricky because it's like moving at a weird angle. It's very easy to get pushed off. Not that I'd ever die here, but I'm just being facetious at this point. Yeah, so I had an Instacart driver who was like sent to the wrong address, and I don't know how that happened. He's like, I put your address in and it sent me here, and it wasn't where I was. And I was extremely confused. We were both extremely confused, and the driver also was using like a translator, which again, nothing wrong with that, but it just made the communication a little bit tricky. He was typing like in Spanish, and then we did like on, because it was like automatically translating it on the Instacart app itself, but on the, but it was not being automatically translated on text, and I had to like download the language to have it automatically translate on text, because we ended up texting because I was trying to send him a location, and then I had to like, he came close to me, and I had to like direct him to my house, or my apartment. You finally opened up your Batcore rank down? What's Batcore? Oh, it's this. What does Rosalina want now? Or nothing. I forgot. I just did that. But yeah, I've never had that happen. I don't know why the Instacart app sent my driver to the wrong address. It's music bats, like, but bats are you. Well, that's fair. I don't actually know what music bats like. I haven't spoken to any bats in real life. Let's see, where is it jazz? Because that's what Rouge the Bat likes. Rouge the Bat likes jazz, so it must be jazz. Well, I don't even know if Rouge the Bat likes jazz in for jazz songs. I don't even know if Rouge the Bat likes jazz in universe. That's just the music that plays when Rouge the Bat is on screen, and for good reason, I must say. You'll have to send me the playlist, because I want to know what, I'm curious now. Tarantox Tangled Web. Does she like abrasive free jazz or sounds atonal? Definitely not. Like, if you listen to Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack, it's like, it's more like smooth jazz. Silly Machine Gun by Peter Brotsman, yeah, I don't know. Jazz is a very, like, a broad. There's, like, lots of different types of jazz out there. Interesting genre for sure. Really? Again? I keep not seeing this Pulsar over here, and then I keep messing up. Oh, four jazz songs are different from each other? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, jazz is a pretty broad genre, I feel like. I don't know a lot about jazz, but, like, from what I know of it, it seems to be very varied. I mean, a lot of genres, like rock, you might know how many, like, different types of rock exist. So many different types. So many different types of electronic music, you know, all that. And here's Olimar's ship again over there. From Pikmin. Another Olimar ship. Got 3 jumping spiders. We got this guy who's stuck in a pod. And you can't, it is possible to kill him. To just throw him into space. And the game does not punish you for doing so. So what if I just like... And here is the Olimar ship. And here's a mushroom. Extra life. Extra health, rather. We are very healthy today. And now we have to launch ourselves over here, I think, right? Yeah. Whee! Nice. Very smooth. So if you're arachnophobic, hide your eyes. Although I don't think spiders normally look like this, to be fair. And there's another toad in here. Oh no. I just flung the toad at the pod. Oh my god. I didn't even know you could do that. Back for more, buddy? Get out of here. No one likes you. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I have tons of health left. But... Ow. Rude. Get your noxious fumes away from me, asshole. It's definitely like a comfort game for me, but there are moments where it's like, get your noxious fumes away from me, asshole. And he gets shot into the stratosphere. That's like oddly beautiful, the way the like sun shines on that like web there. And I'm someone who hates spider webs, but that is oddly beautiful. Second is Chameleon by Herbie Hancock, jazz fusion combining the improvisation of jazz with the grooves of funk. Ooh, cool. Third is Machine Gun, and final is Message by... Oh, first one is New Dawn on Marshall Allen, by Marshall Allen, featuring Nina Cherry. I can't read, holy shit. Slow, smooth vocal jazz. And then final is Message by Kamasi Washington, a spiritual and intense piece of hard bop goodness. Nice. Alright, we're going back to Space Junk to play the same level again, but with a timer that is rather inconsequential because I'm good at the game. So let us play the exact same level again. The only scary part is not having checkpoints, because that last section can be a little hairy, but it's not hard. It's just I have died before to the last section of the level, I will admit. And for some reason, they distract you with a ton of coins that do absolutely nothing. Because coins really, the only thing coins really do in this game is heal you, so you never need more than one coin at a time. But hey, we do get this really intense music to listen to instead, so you know it's something different, I guess. It's the same level, just with no checkpoints and a time limit, and the time limit isn't even hard. And I've played this game so many times, it just feels autopilot sometimes. That is a really cool skybox, though. I will say that. I do love me some good skyboxes. Saved it. This would be so weird to play in handheld, I think. I can't imagine how awkward it would be to play Galaxy in handheld. Bam, 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 bam.
Bam, 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 ba, da, 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 da.
Such a good song. I don't think this is jazz, though. But you gotta listen to it. You gotta play 3D World if you want jazz. 3D World and Mario Kart 8. Bam, 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 bam. Gosh. It's not over yet. Because we have to make it back to the star without dying. And in this game, the timer keeps going when the star spawns, although in this case it doesn't really matter because we have a lot of time left, but that might be a factor on some of the Purple Coin missions. Later on, Galaxy 2 actually changed it so that the timer stops when the star spawns. And when I listed off genres and such that are in the announcement, I just listed off these few: Dungeon Synth, Free Jazz, Emo, Alt Country, Cowpunk, and Sun Cubano. Breakdown itself is 3 hours and 34 minutes with 40 songs. But yeah, I think Machine Gun may have helped influence No Way because it reminds me a lot of No Way. Interesting. I'm just like, I've not heard of some of those genres. I'm sorry, what, Dungeon Synth? What was the other one? Free Jazz, okay, Emo, Alt Country, Cowpunk, and Sun Cubano. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of my favorite levels. I love this level. Well, I don't like this first mission because the first mission is an auto-scroller, but this is just like a giant-ass space station. Dungeon Synth is spin-off from Black Meadow, more focused on ambient. Interesting. I don't know, I'm just thinking Dungeon Synth like fucking Zelda dungeon music, but that's not what that is, clearly. I mean, I guess Zelda dungeon music is kind of ambient, but I don't think it's definitely not metal. Although I will say, go check out the Great Bay Temple theme from Majora's Mask. So cool. Very different from other Zelda synths. I kind of call it. Well, I don't know what I'd call it actually. I want to call it IDM, but like I don't know if that would be a good description of it. I mean, not that IDM is a real genre. It's a fucking stupid ass genre that isn't real. Actually, no. I don't think a single genre is real. Genres are all fake. Like, I don't even know, like, if you had to pick one genre that isn't fake, what is the least fake genre in existence? That's a good question, I feel like. Which genre has the benefit of actually existing as a distinction from other genres? Dun, 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 dun. Well, I suffer through the auto scroller here. Dun, 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 dun. Here's my favorite genre. Dun 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 dun. It's my favorite genre. Fuck. I said this was one of my favorite levels, and then I remembered there was an auto scroller. We have to do it like again later for the Luigi mission though too. But it's okay because I love this game. I will gladly play this game, even if I like to bitch about it sometimes. Least fake genre, probably folk, yeah. I can make an argument for that. Pretty easy to determine whether or not something's folk, yeah. What's the most fake genre? Well, I guess something like that actually isn't a real genre, but what's the other most fake genre? Is pop a fake genre itself? I don't know. R&B is kind of a fake genre because, like, what even is? Like, what even gets classified as, like, R&B, and then what gets classified as, like, soul, or, and then they get classified as, like, the same thing, but they're not the same thing. It's pretty fake. Pop is also pretty fake. World, there's no such thing. Okay, that's definitely more fake than pop, and definitely world music is more fake than pop and R&B, but like pop and R&B are kind of fake. Rock is also kind of fake because rock is just like anything with a guitar in it. Oh my god. Most fake world, there's no, because like, yeah, I mean, you can't even really determine what counts as rock. Like certain things are definitely rock, but certain things are not definitely rock. Yeah, what the fuck is world music? That's not a fucking thing. Like what? Like that's just racist. Yeah, exactly. That's fucking racist. Is country racist? Or is country a real genre? Is country distinct enough from folk? Other things, like, is country real? People attach this to white artists too, like Coldplay, Brian Eno, and Graceland era Paul Simon. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's dumb. Well, fucking, yeah, stupid. Yeah. I was just asking, is country a real genre, or is it just racist? Because country is like, oh, well, we don't want... We want to make all of the music white. I don't know. Country feels like... And I'm not saying that there aren't non-white people in country. I'm just saying the way country radio is spun off from folk did not start off as racist. It's more like the country radio itself is like the country industry rather. Also, many great forms of music stolen from black people. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that country, the way it's stolen from black people is what's racist. Country as an established thing is racist. I don't know. No, I mean that's the thing. It's like because they forced black people out of it, it makes it racist. It makes it not a real genre in the sense that like they allow like white people making fake country on country stations, but they don't allow black people making actual country on country stations. That's the same way that like fake genre is like. I guess I should ask like what qualifies something to be stolen, because I'd say music genres as a whole can't be owned by like a race, but also like. So here we have to blow up all of the garbage in 20 seconds or 30 seconds. I can't remember. And if you fail, he fucking kills you. Because like obviously I don't think a genre of music can belong to one race, but also it's like when you push a race out of that genre, then it's a problem. Like, oh, we're gonna force black people out of country because 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 racism. I don't know. Oh god, running in circles. File over here is. Most invalid music game for black people, rock, R&B, hip hop, soul, jazz, blues. I could go on. Yeah, definitely true. But I mean, like, I guess the question about what I say about being stolen though is like I don't think like every white person making rock music is racist, right? Or even like hip hop. Like I don't think white people can't make hip hop. It's more so when it's when you're pushing black people out of the genre. That'd be reductive, yeah. Yeah, it's more if you're like pushing black people out of the genre or you're using certain like white people can make hip hop, but white people shouldn't be saying certain things in hip hop songs. White people, the wrong way to do it is Iggy Azalea. Iggy Azalea is the wrong way to do it. Man, I messed up again. Also, Post Malone is an interesting artist because he was like a white rapper, and then he started making like country. He started making like rock, like soft rock, and then he started making country. Is the difference between Elvis Presley regularly credited his influences and Pat Boone, who sanitizes and removes all the edge and excitement for a milquetoast white audience? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying about like country too, like white country, and also like the industry itself being like excluding black people, like the country industry itself is like, you gotta go stick to your audience. No, but I feel like there's this thing too about like certain genres or certain like things getting pigeonholed. Like, I think Tyla. I know you mentioned you don't know what Afro beats is. You only know what Afrobeat is, but Afro beats. I know Tyla won like an award or something for like his best Afro beats or something, and she's like, I don't think we should be categorizing all popular African music as Afro beats or something. She said something about it. It's the same thing too, where like, things get pushed into the R&B category when they're not R&B, or like it's like, oh my god, like we can't have a black person on the pop award. Same thing with like hip hop, things get pushed into like, I don't know. Post Malone rap stuff is almost always awful, and that's because he fundamentally does not understand hip hop. No, I'd agree. I mean, but I find it interesting when you have artists that tend to trend hop when like a certain thing is no longer trendy. Like, oh, country's trendy now. Let's do country. That's just what I'm saying. And kind of similar thing with like Machine Gun Kelly. Like, what is it with like shitty white rappers like deciding to make like, oh, let's do pop punk, let's do country, let's do every other genre because it's trendy. Those are like the white rapper grifters. Like, I'm sure there are genuinely good white rappers. I don't know enough about like rap in general to really know if you'd like certain white rappers who like aren't grifters. They're definitely out there, but like when I'm saying grifters, I'm saying like they're just in it for the like, oh, it's trendy. They don't actually like care about rap. As Post Malone and Machine Gun Kelly, as I said. You remember when Grammys nominated Igor by Tyler for Best Rap Album, even though Igor is not rap? Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Like things get like pushed into like rap and R&B when like they aren't that. It's like, oh, we don't wanna like acknowledge that it's whatever else it is. In terms of good white rappers, A$AP Rocky and LP, yeah. Again, I don't really know much about them, but like, I'm curious, is Eminem a grifter? Is Eminem like legit in terms of like, I feel like Eminem definitely cares about rap. I don't know enough about Eminem. I mean, I know in recent years Eminem has become rather cringy. He's very much legit, yeah, but he's become rather cringy in recent years. Transform! All these Lumas are just a trans allegory, I tell you. All these Lumas are transgender. But yeah, I feel like the problem is when people only like Eminem and they don't listen to black rappers. I mean, I don't listen to most rappers, but like Eminem, I don't know. There are some like annoying racist white people who like Eminem. There are annoying racist white people who like a lot of things. There are annoying white people in general. Just everybody is annoying white people. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just playing the video game, man. Yeah, this is one of my favorite levels. Very cool. Can I get up here early? I think so. I don't think you're supposed to get this, but oh, fuck. You studied art. Okay, I gotta read what you said in a second. I can't see the full message because of the thing blocking it, and I'm in the middle of... Oh, that was only for Starbits. Gosh dang it. Okay, we do have to go in the pipe. So that hitting that switch was slightly pointless. But it's okay. We do need Starbits after all. So poor guy is trapped in a crystal. Gotta break this open. This is a really cool level. I can't spin. Let me spin. Whee! I have all this like pent up energy, but I'm also like exhausted. You know what I mean? I want to wait till it's right in the middle. I want to see if I can hit it twice. Nice. Oh, although I missed the star. You can grab the launch star out of that, but I missed it unfortunately. I know explosions shouldn't even exist in space, which is we're about to see some more explosions. I love how that thing just explodes for no reason, and it doesn't even like break. It just there's just random explosions for no reason, and I love it. And also, I want to talk about the dynamic music because the dynamic music is really cool. How it transitions from this like chill track to the much more intense orchestral version. Excuse me. Very cool. And here I have to not miss the cannon shot. Hopefully I don't miss the cannon shot. There we go. He studied the arts. He knows how to slang, using it correctly. He grew up poor in Detroit and about segregated black and white neighborhoods across. Yeah. Even politically, he's one of the most progressive people in hip hop. He just played a character meant to be shocking. Yep. He's not. I didn't know Eminem had a non-binary kid. Yo, that's sick. Yeah, it was definitely like. I mean, there's like the people who like don't get that it was an act. You know what I mean? The people who like take that shit seriously, which is really annoying. Those people are really annoying. Like, yeah. I'm trying to think, like, who else? Because again, I don't listen. Like, I don't know. But I was just saying, like, there are definitely. It's definitely interesting when you see white rappers that immediately pivot into country or other genres. I think Jelly Roll. I mean, Jelly Roll was a rapper, I think. It's funny because actual grifters compare themselves to Eminem. Yeah. Wasn't Jelly Roll a rapper? I think. And now he's like this like country guy. I don't know. Like all these just like white guys who like stopped being rappers when like white rap wasn't trendy anymore. That's what I mean. It's like those are the grifters of rap. I do not. It's kind of like, what are you doing, man? I guess we could say all of K-pop is grifting hip-hop. Let's be real. But like K-pop is just like it's not just hip-hop. It's a bunch of other shit. Cause like I don't necessarily think, and there are definitely. I would say like BTS. The members of BTS definitely appreciate. Like there are definitely K-pop rappers who they're not just doing it like for trends. They do appreciate hip hop. Like I know Suga from BTS was like selling mixtapes on the street like back in the day. Like he was definitely like, you know, artist that had like an actual come up. You know what I mean? But then there was like also I'm gonna do a skip here. If I can get on this question block. Well, that also works. We skipped that whole section. There are definitely like legit rappers in Korea and in K-pop even. But a lot of times companies are just like, okay, we need a rapper. Let's just assign a random member of this group a rap position. And yeah, that's just like a thing that happens a lot. So it's not all of K-pop. It's like it's the industry more than the individual artists. I mean, kind of how I said about like country industry. Obviously, there are good artists in country. I don't know. But I mean, like K-pop as a whole was definitely inspired by like hip hop in the '90s because it was like '80s and '90s because like. But I mean, like when So Taiji, who was like the first like his group was like the first like quote unquote K-pop group. But that was like someone who like he was inspired by hip hop, but he was like talking about like actual like issues and stuff like in Korea, like the youth feeling like I don't know, struggling with schoolwork stuff or feeling like stressed or I don't know. But he was talking about like actual like youth issues. He wasn't just like using hip hop as a trend. But like then the industry picked it up and you got like the big entertainment companies that came out and then started pulling up. And it wasn't even the music that was of course it's like hip hop inspired, but it was like the fucking idol training system is like Motown on steroids. Like is that not accurate? Although to be fair, I don't think Korea was the first. I think the Japanese idol system has been around longer than the Korean idol system, so I don't necessarily think K-pop specifically is like, trying to rip off Motown's training system, but there's definitely something to be said about it. Okay, I'm trying to grab... It's funny when you describe like how K-pop itself is more of an industry. K-pop itself is more of an industry than a genre. Because obviously it's Korean pop music, but like there are like it's not always pop music. There's like because a lot of it's EDM. A lot of it is EDM. And a lot of it is like R&B and stuff. It's not pop necessarily. I'm trying to like fucking I mean, Shiny was an R&B group. Fucking Red Velvet was an R&B group. Red Velvet is weird. I would say they're an R&B group, but they're also just like a very weird group. And then like BTS was a hip hop group. Like, so there's definitely a lot of like overlap there. Machine Gun Kelly just kind of detoured in pop punk for a bit. Did say about cultural influence being fundamental disconnects with K-pop. The biggest disconnect is definitely the industry. Also, it feels like you're listening to products very neatly packaged. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the point. I mean that is kind of the appeal for some people as well. Can appreciate choreography in the videos, but as a full product, it's gonna take a little more. I used to just blindly deny it. But you can say generalizing for you. Why would you deny? Why were you denying that it wasn't for you, or you were just denying K-pop as a whole? Like I don't know what you mean. Because like obviously, it's okay to like not like the thing is you said like you checked it out. You know, I mean it's like I think what I don't like when people just like bash on things without like you're blindly denying it back then without giving it a fair shot. Oh yeah, okay, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like people who do that unironically, like as adults. I mean, you were a teenager. I mean, people say dumb shit when they're teens, but like people who do that, who just bash on things without. And I mean, you also said you can recognize a But like I mentioned, I said a lot of artists also do get sanded down by the industry if they start out a certain way. But I mean, a lot of things are just inherently prepackaged. But I'm saying all this because, like, I said a lot of it's EDM, and like I like the EDM, so I don't know. But I was saying, like, I don't think like So Taiji was trying to be racist by using hip hop influences. I think he was just inspired by But like, then the industry is like, okay, let's. But I mean, yeah, I mean, talking about Motown too. I mean, it's the whole prepackagedness of all of that stuff, like. It's like the dancing and stuff. choreography. Obviously, K-pop is much more intense choreography, but it's also a different time. Like that's kind of a way that like Taemin and Michael Jackson are similar. Another way that Taemin and Michael Jackson are similar, because while Taemin wasn't like I don't know how like Michael Jackson was very very young in the Jackson 5. Taemin wasn't that young, but he was a teenager in Shiny with this very prepackaged. Very prepackaged. I mean, of course, they became more authentic over time. And what made Shiny unique was that Jonghyun actually wrote songs for the group, which was like groups writing their own songs at that time, which is funny because I mentioned like Sotaeji in the 90s, they're obviously writing their own songs, but like once the industry became very packaged, most groups were not writing their own songs. So like Jonghyun actually like writing songs for Shiny was what made Shiny like unique in the end. But still, Shiny was a product, right? Shiny was still prepackaged, and I think Taemin coming out of that, kind of the way Michael Jackson, came out of that prepackaged background and had those insane dance skills, and then became a much more influential, much more distinct artist. There are Western boy bands who make songs you like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys have plenty of good songs, and there are other K-pop songs I can enjoy, mostly girl groups, but one boy band I don't respect is the Sex Pistols. I'm calling the Sex Pistols a boy band, that's funny. Because that's kind of funny because when people talk about industry plants, and that's usually bullshit because either everyone is an industry plant or it doesn't matter. Like, oh my god, Billie Eilish is an industry plant. Like, okay, well, Billie Eilish is good, I don't care. Like, but people complain about oh, something's being marketed as authentic and it's not authentic. I mean, a lot of K-pop is like that too. But it's funny about the Sex Pistols because we're being marketed as a punk band and all that, and it's but it's just prepackaged. It's just an authentic thing that's being marketed as an authentic thing. We brought together by Manager Side Project that can sell merchandise. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's funny because it's like the way people use the word industry plant and they throw it around, but in that case, that is like a real industry. That is like a real industry plant. I can't speak, but something that doesn't belong in punk, absolutely. No, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm tired and I can't talk right now. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, if the whole purpose is just selling merch, I mean, that's a little. You know what? I'm gonna do the Luma. I'm gonna do the Hungry Luma level. While I'm thinking about it. What's worse? They couldn't play. Oh god, that's pretty embarrassing. All right, we're about to make another one. Transform. Another transgender Luma, right here. His ideal gender is Galaxy. That is his ideal gender. Sex Pistols is the Shags if they weren't as interesting or tragic. Now that I think about it, Sex Pistols is boring, kind of bad. I don't know if I've ever actually listened to them, but also the Shags. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. The funny thing is that you unironically like the Shags, despite them being manufactured or whatever. Shags are unpolished and unpresentable as music could get. It's very bad, but also very funny. Yeah, no, I know the Shags are unpolished, but I mean they were technically manufactured. They were created by a guy who tried to fulfill a prophecy of all things, because of course. But I know, but you said you unironically like the Shags, so yeah, I think that's another thing to point that music being unpolished doesn't necessarily make it good either. I mean, didn't like Kurt Cobain like Shags as well? So like that's kind of crazy. So this is a whole new little menu here. Curious what the settings are. Oh, you can actually make the camera inverted now. That's interesting. Why would they add that? But like, that's such a weird thing to. What is Y? Wait, the camera was inverted before. How did I not know that? Okay, well, it must not be. I'm assuming it's not inverted in 3D All Stars either, because I never knew there were. I don't know if there's options to change in the 3D All Stars, but I've been playing the 3D All Stars version for a while, so I guess that's why I didn't notice a difference. And Frank Zappa, yeah, Frank Zappa likes the Shags, yeah. It's interesting. So definitely interesting. All right, probably be stopping here shortly. I'm gonna stop here after I do the Bowser level, but I'm gonna do this level first. Yeah. Man, I get why. I get the ironic appeal of the Shags, but I don't think I could like them unironically. That's just how it is for me. Although to be fair, I would probably sound like the Shags if I tried to like make music. I don't know how to play music. Although I'm probably a better singer. I say I can't sing, but I'm probably a better singer than that. I do like to sing a little bit, but I'm not like good at it. But I'm definitely better than my pal Foot. But they actually composed their songs beforehand. They were definitely trying. You don't get the feeling the Sex Pistols tried. So how is the Sex Pistols boring bad compared to the Shags funny bad? Like, I haven't listened to the Sex Pistols, so I don't know. I just know they were shitty. God, I'm so tired. I mean, I'll probably go to bed. I'll probably eat something, have a snacky, and then go to bed a little bit. They're not very good at all. They have discernible melodies and rhythms, I see. So it's just like boring, yeah. Whereas the Shags are just like completely. Dude, my controller is. What? How did that kill me? What the fuck? I just got flung into like the other gravity field. That's definitely a dumb way to die. Mario, we don't walk into fire. That's not what we do around here, Mario. I'm gonna get hit again. Okay, no, we're fine. It's fine because there are coins here. There he is. I think I even have time to grab the mushroom. There we go. Wait. 12-8 time, oh my god. Need to add this to the playlist. Have you seen my 12-8 playlist? I'll link it in the server again. My favorite time signature. You should go to sleep while I'm about to end stream anyway, so I'm pretty tired myself. Also, good night. All right. You said six Busters are playing songs from the songs. They're not very good at it. They have discernible melodies, rhythms. Also prefer Dodd and Benny Williams' vocals to John London's vocals in general. John London is a huge part of why I don't like the Pistols or Public Image Limited for that matter. Especially since it have to be very far right. He's a composer. All right. There we go. Alrighty. Well, I will see you tomorrow, probably. If I decide to stream tomorrow, I probably will.